Sorry for the scary thinking sound there. How's everybody doing? I managed to start on time for once, which is exciting. I feel like that's a rare event these days. But I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for being here. We're gonna do some figure drawing today. So I hope everyone brought water and snacks, because it's gonna be a workout. Gonna need the energy. Ooh. Alrighty. I think I did all the things. I'm like oddly groggy all of a sudden. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on. I swear I got enough sleep last night. Anyway, we're gonna be doing, like I said, some figure drawing. So for anyone who hasn't been here before, the way that it works is we try to set a timer for like 30 minutes or so. That seems to be a good, I don't know, like average amount of time that people have to commit to doing some warm-up sketches. I usually go for about an hour, hour and a half, and then we look at what you guys draw. If you'd like to draw something other than figure studies, that's totally okay. But if you want to draw along in any capacity, just make sure you're drawing from observation. Make sure it's a study of some kind, and then feel free to share that in warm-up art, the warm-up art section of the Discord, and that is where I will be looking for the little show and tell at the end. So anyway, that's kind of the format. I'm gonna jump right in today. Normally we start out with like a skeletal study of some kind. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of just want to jump into the figure today and just see how I feel. If I feel like I need to go back and do a skeletal study, I can. If you feel like you want to start with the skeletal study, feel free. If you click the link at the top of chat, thank you Amaze again for posting that. There's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of references to use for figure studies, for like anatomy studies. Feel free to check any of those folders. You could do older people, younger people, males, females. There's all sorts of references. So pick your own. You don't have to use the one I'm using. I will be using the one that you see on screen. I don't know that I want to keep posting them. It's just a lot for me to keep up with posting them constantly in the stream event chat. So I might just say, hey, if you want the picture I'm using, just go to the Pinterest board, you'll find it, or use what you see on screen. If anybody's like super relying on having it in the Discord, let me know. But I feel like most people are pretty good at finding their own reference at this point, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Unless I get requested to continue to post those, so just kind of a little PSA there. But yeah, thanks for being here, and let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, feel free to set a timer, 30 minutes. You don't have to limit yourself to that. If you want to keep going after 30 minutes, that's totally fine, but I feel like most people can find 30 minutes to do some sketching. So without further ado, let's jump right in here. I'm going to focus more on gesture today. I'm going to use kind of a less... I usually use like an ink brush, but I think today I'm just going to go a little more sketchy. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm going to block in the big shapes. So we have like the rib cage, the trunk, obviously the glutes, the legs, all that stuff. And we're just going to see what happens. Remember, the idea is not to kind of like finally copy everything going on in the image. The idea is to learn and study about how you might incorporate some of this stuff into an image in the future. So the whole purpose of this is to become better at more imaginative drawing, not necessarily copying a reference. If you want to do like a more long form, like photorealistic study of something, go for it. That's just not what I'm going to be focusing on today. We talked about this a fair bit yesterday, so I'm not going to go into that all again. But unless anybody wants me to. But the short version is they're both very good skills, but that's what I'm focusing on here, is specifically studying with the intent to learn how to make things from imagination and make them look a little bit grounded in reality, just enough to help suspend disbelief, you know. Yeah, Automa just kind of does random things, paleontologist VA. Sorry about that. I don't really have control over that. Nobody really knows why Automa does what it does. Hey, Arpit Pete, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. So I apologize. We are clearly in the Florence and the Machine section of the playlist right now. Might be a kind of intense pose to just jump right into, but we might try doing some timed poses too. Let me know how you guys are feeling about that, but I think that might be helpful to kind of get one into the right mindset here. Why can't you eat, Mayor of Canada? Are you having a dental operation? Hey Mochi, how's it going? Good to see you. So the purpose of finding the big shapes first before you block in the details is to help you make sure that you've got the pieces right. It helps you check for proportion and that kind of thing, placement, before you get super into it. But mine might stay a little more gestural, I don't know. We'll just see how I'm kind of feeling like I want to break out of the kind of mold I've been in for a little bit with these. Let's see how it goes. Oops, I drew on the wrong layer there. I'm not sure how that happened. What's going on here? I'm not sure what that was about. Sorry, guys. Had to figure out all my layer situation here. Don't even know what this is. I think I wrote my theme on the wrong one, maybe. Or somehow duplicated a layer. I'm not sure what that was about. Let's just delete this layer. I don't know what that is. Oh, technology. Okay, there we go. Right over my head to a bed. Hey, Siren Night Sparrow, how's it going? Good to have ya. Oh, thank you, Paleontologist VA. Don't worry about it too much. You know, I don't want you stressing out or like going to extra length or anything. It's just gonna be a, you know, quick study. But I appreciate you looking around for pictures. My drawings are like onions. Do they stink? Not sure what that means. Yes, they are on layers. This is a very digital art situation. Certainly. No, I knew what you were getting at. I was just being silly. Onions can stink though. Alright, let's do another one. I have seen the movie Shrek, yes. They make you cry? Yeah, exactly. They flake off. There's so many options. It's almost like it was a joke in the movie. I may be kind of culturally dumb, but I'm not that pop culturally ignorant. But I wouldn't blame you for thinking so. They taste good in a lot of dishes, that's true. That too. Had seen Shrek without— oh my gosh, no, Maze. Of course I've seen Shrek. Okay, let's do a male figure now. They do stink. And they're better deep fried. Oh gosh, I can always count on chat. Alright, I have like way too many dynamic male poses here. Yes, your own drawings do always stink. Never quite satisfied, for sure. There's a lot of intense poses. I think Amaze did this one last time, but I have not drawn this one, so I am gonna do this guy. Very Spider-Man pose. Andrea Noart! Hello, hello! Oh my gosh, how are you? It's so good to have you here. The queen of drawing people, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. I mean, they're just gestures, but I'm trying to get better at drawing people more naturally, kind of the way that I draw animals. I'm like really comfortable with critters, but not as much with people. I used to draw a lot more people and I just kind of stopped for a long time. I'm working on it, but yeah, thank you, Maze. You guys should all go draw. You guys should all go follow Andrea. Amazing realist artist. Does like crazily photorealistic pencil and charcoal drawings from photographs. Like intensely skilled at that. I would not have the patience. I don't know how you have the patience, quite honestly. I get to this point in an image and I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't really want to do this anymore. So, I don't know how you have the, like, focus to do that. My brain is not into it. I mean, I'm into it visually, just like my brain can't function to do it. Bunny ears and a tail. I appreciate that you're trying to help Siren Night Sparrow, yeah. I need to be better at just, being okay with people just being people. Like that needs to be okay with me. Hopefully we'll get there, we'll see. I really should set a timer, because otherwise I'm gonna get too fidgety with these. And kind of get way too involved in the details. It's more obsession over patience. I believe that, honestly. You all should go draw Andrea. I mean, you should. I'm sure Andrea would be a great model. So for anyone who's just popping in, anyone is welcome to join in if you'd like to practice your figure drawing or gesture studies. What I always recommend is setting a 30-minute timer and just pulling up a few images. There are some resources that I can link folks to if you'd rather do like a website that will time them for you. There are options for that too, so that you don't have to like monitor that. I've used those before. I would do them on stream, but every once in a while it's like a not safe for work image. So I just yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to do that on stream, but I highly recommend doing it yourself. It's a really good way to force yourself to make decisions and look for structures. So like what I'm looking for right now is like, here's the nose, here's the general face structure, like here's the shadows. I can block some of that in, but I'm not gonna sit here and get super like fidgety with any of it, because I have to make decisions because I'm not letting myself spend more than like say a minute or two on each drawing. So that's the benefit of the timed drawing, is it kind of forces you to observe instead of get really like keyed in on small details, you know? Anyway, that's kind of the goal here, is to learn proportion, to understand anatomy, to just kind of figure out how the figure works. So anyway, that's what we're doing. And then if anybody wants to share their studies, you're more than welcome to in the Discord. You can also share them in chat if you're just not about joining another Discord. I totally get it. There's a million of them. But if you want to join the Discord, hit !Discord in the chat. Or just drop a link in chat to your warm-up studies, and at the end of stream, I will show them on screen, if you'd like me to. No pressure. But I'm trying to find like the kind of how the, you know, like the hand has this like very square, heavy sort of weight to it, I guess. And so I'm trying to find shapes first before I jump into like shadow or anything. So I think I already said that, but it's hard for me to talk and focus at the same time. So if I repeat myself, I apologize, chat. Thank you for your patience with me. I will say I'm not as intimidated by drawing people on stream like I was when we first started these, so I guess that's good. I'm slowly accepting the making a bad drawing situation. I just realized why he's not working, because made his waist too low. Oh, thank you, Siren, for contributing to that points challenge there. For anyone who hasn't been in chat, chat is trying to talk me into playing a game on stream, so if you'd like to contribute to that, feel free to lurk and earn bits of cheese. Those are channel points here. And you can drop your bits of cheese into the pot. If we get enough by the end of the month, I guess I'll be playing a game. When his happy ears go up. Oh my gosh. Oh, Siren. Yeah, if you're new to figure drawing, don't be intimidated, and don't feel like, just remember, the whole goal of this is to eventually get to a drawing that you enjoy, but just know when you first start out, you're not gonna like the drawings you make. The first like 1,000 drawings you make, you will probably intensely dislike. And that's okay, that's kind of the goal. Because you gotta get through your bad drawings in order to like get to the good ones. You know, you gotta practice enough times where you finally will figure out how to make the line or make the mark in the way that you actually want to. And it just takes time. There's not really like a fast track way to do it. But if you'd like to start the journey of 1,000 doodles with us, you're more than welcome. That's why our motto is, let's get the bad drawings out. It's time. You found your electric pencil sharpener. Nice, nice. Congratulations. This one's pretty dynamic. I like this. I don't think I've done this one before. Let's do this one. Confirm you're way fast. Aww. Andrea. Listen, I'm just going quickly because if I go slowly, that's when the mistakes start happening. At least for me. Everybody's different, but for me, if I force myself to make a fast decision, I don't have time to like, I don't know, get nitpicky with it, you know? And that's kind of the point of the gesture drawing. I'm kind of doing a gesture series today. So they're gonna be fast, it's gonna be loose, they're gonna be just sort of like, you know, finding the anatomy. So we didn't do an anatomy study today. Normally we do start with a skeletal study, but Just think about it like, here's the rib cage, here's the head. Like, think about what's going on under the skin. And the whole point of this is to get better at learning how to study a reference rather than to copy a reference. They're two different skill sets. And if you want to do imaginative drawing, if you want to be able to draw without reference, at some point you have to make the transition from just drawing line by line and copy by copy, but to actually like thinking about the structures and asking yourself questions and sort of like cementing that information into your brain, because the more you do that, the more you fill your visual library, right? We say these things all the time here, but you know, like if I study this and I think about, okay, here's, you know, so for example, just looking at this, because I've looked at, you know, a skeleton, I can say, okay, here's the rib cage, you know, like here's where the shoulder blades are. This is, and I'm thinking about all this stuff going on in here, and that's going to help me for when I go to actually do something like this later. And I can think about foreshortening, like, okay, I know that the femur is about this long, and you know, this is what happens when it hits the knee, and those kinds of things are going to help me in a future drawing. So get in touch with your inner sea slug. What kind of sea slugs are these? For anyone who's new to stream, we do sea slug dragons. That's what Yanni is referencing. And also, hello Yanni, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Andre, you're too nice. Pikmin, you already got out of the back. Pikmin. Well, so we talked about this a little bit yesterday too, like artists are always critical of their work because we know that it could be better. Like for you might think, oh, Casey has arrived, you know, and that's flattering, but like I don't feel that way because I've seen artists who can do things more efficiently or expressively, or like there's something to what they're doing that I want to do, and that's how art skill works, right? Like it's a constant building upon itself. So it's like you hit one level and then you realize there's more to go, and there's like two ways to approach it, right? You can either let that be like defeating, or it can be super exciting, like, okay, like I've come this far, what's next? Like what else can I do? What else am I capable of? Like how far can I push this? And I think switching that in your brain instead of letting it be defeating when you look around and you see artists that you admire and be like, oh, I'll never be that good. Like that's just gonna put you in like a perpetual art block hole, you know, where you just don't have the motivation to draw because you feel preemptively defeated. I've definitely lived in that space for a very long time. So I appreciate that you like what you see. It's flattering, but you know, I got a long way to go. So thank you guys for being my accountability buddies and making me come to the art gym this morning, because I will promise you that I would not be doing figure studies right now if it weren't for you guys. So I just don't ever make the time unless I'm here. Anyway, sorry for the little mini ramble. Oh, thank you, Quackshot. That's a cute name. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. There's a VR anatomy app that you like using. Oh, what's that? It's $32. I mean, if you have any resources, feel free to drop them in chat or in the Discord. You're welcome. We have like a talk shop section. Put lots of resources in there. People are always looking. Also, I don't know if I said hello, Bickman, but hello. Isel, hello, how are you? It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me, Isel. I appreciate you. Zello Gaming, hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Cute emote, I love it. Can confirm. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Paleontologist VA. Hold on. Casey goes to the art gym more than me. I don't know about that. The only time I go to the art gym is when I'm streaming with you guys. So, listen, if you're here, I'm here. We are art gym accountability buddies right now. But I feel like it does work the same, right? Like it's hard to make yourself go to the gym if you don't have anyone holding you accountable. But you guys are holding me accountable, so I appreciate that, because I am, you know, trying to forward my career, and I can't get better if I don't practice things that I'm not good at or not proficient at. Anyway, it's going good. It's going good, Ethel. You know, speaking of the art gym, I actually went to the real gym this morning, and it definitely helped. Of course, now I'm very tired. I think the soreness is setting in a bit. But, you know, take what I can get. See, I'm getting too into the details here. This is the problem. I always do this. See, these are the things I'm trying to improve in myself, right? Like bad form. It's like when you go to the gym and you have bad form on a machine. I have bad form when I do stuff like this. Because I always get ahead of myself and I'm like, ooh, these are interesting muscles. I want to draw them, instead of being like, I need to get my proportions for the whole figure right first. that I can get to the stuff that I'm interested in drawing. Apparently we're just listening to the entire Florence and the Machine discography right now, so hope you guys like this. No, Bickman, I responded to that. I responded to that. Thank you. But like I was saying, I feel like artists always have like further to go. You know, it's a skill that never ends. Like you can always be better. I'm sticking with it. Oh, Archon, Archon 75, thank you so much. I'm not sure how you guys are finding me, but I really appreciate you being here. Oh my gosh, 2 more follows and then Twitch will lie for me, guys. That's so funny. You tell Casey what. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. Hilarious. Let's see, you're eating spicy noodles, Zello Gaming. Oh my, you are way more intense than I am. Chris Wright, hey, how's it going? Trying to go to the art gym and also the normal gym so I can look like the bro attacking with the sword. Oh, that's too funny. How you doing today, Chris? And Bigman, I hope whatever you're facing tomorrow it goes well. And Outernet, hello, hello. How are you, friend? Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Oh my gosh. Aw, Shuratoshi. Thank you so much for that follow. I really, really appreciate that. 4 months in a row. My goodness. Thank you for supporting me and keeping me accountable and just being amazing. You guys aren't aware. Shuratoshi is... If you think this is proficient people drawing, you need to go hang out on Shuratoshi's stream, okay? And Andrea and anyone else, like... That man can draw some humans, okay? I wish I could be as good as Shuratoshi. That's my goal right now. Late start today. Oh, that's okay. No worries. You do what you gotta do. I know you got like 1.5 million arts to make. And you're gonna make them all today. So you need to get started. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bickman. Ugh, that's rough. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of you. You saw an animal one too? Oh, cool. I'm almost there. Yeah, I hope so. Human anatomy is super in-depth, yeah, but the more you learn about it, and it's interesting that you say Siren Night Sparrow like doctor or nurse level. I think you almost do need to have kind of that level of knowledge. I don't know if you guys have ever encountered this. Sometimes when I tell people like, oh, if you want to get better at art, you need to draw the figure. You need to go to some like figure drawing classes. And some folks have like a pushback to that, like, oh, isn't that like pornographic? Like, isn't that bad to like draw? And I'm like, well, think of it this way. Like, you wouldn't want to like, granted the stakes are higher, but doctors, it is possible to look at the human body as a purely educational thing and not any sort of other thing, right? And I think good artists, and artists who are sincere, are eventually, I mean, it might be awkward the first time, but then eventually you start looking at it as shape and light and form, and you forget that you're actually looking at a naked person. It sounds weird, but it really does happen, and there's a reason that figure studies are so, like, such a baseline, like, skill building place for artists, like, century after century. This is, like, something that's really helpful, and it's hard to understand maybe if you haven't done it before, but I cannot recommend enough. If you, of course, especially if you're an adult, you should be an adult, but you know, make sure that you try to do some kind of figure study from life, from actual people at some point in your life, and you will be amazed at how quickly, like, your understanding of form and shape and value and anatomy, like how quickly that grows, because you're able to actually see the muscles moving and see the way that the skin, like how light reacts on the skin, and you just learn so much more. If you have like a spouse or somebody that is willing to do that for you, also take advantage of that. It's a helpful thing. I know that figure drawing classes are very expensive. But see, I'm doing the thing again, guys. Bad form, Casey. I just get really caught up in details. I'm supposed to be drawing the whole figure. Anyway, one of these days I'm gonna have good art habits, but today is not that day. I actually kind of want to, like, I need to zoom out a little because I'm getting too I'm getting too caught up in details. So by zooming out, I'm hoping that I can just like make myself focus on the shapes that I'm seeing and think about the anatomy that's going on and not as much about the details. So that's my plan. Also, I broke my chat, so sorry if you're trying to say something to me. Give me 1 second and I'll fix it. Sometimes I scroll up on OBS and then it like stops the auto scroll. And then I miss a lot of things. My bad. I kind of want to do some charcoal studies. I don't like the way that I'm doing this. But like as I'm drawing, I'm trying to think like, here's the calf muscle, here's the bone inside. I'm trying to think about what I'm what I'm implying with my lines, so that it does make a little more sense, hopefully. Okay, I might just need to move on from this guy. Too intense. Okay, let me fix my chat really fast. You like spicy food? I'm such a baby with spicy food. Oh, thank you guys for contributing to the game fund. My goodness, we're already at 64%. It's pretty good. You can donate. I think it's up to 2,000 bits of cheese per stream, and I will have 2 streams today, folks. So if you were really wanting to play a game with me, you can always come back later and donate some more. I'm kind of using that as a metric. Like if you guys want it, you gotta let me know, and that's the way to do it. Manitoba birds. Yeah, amazing fan, I saw that. I think somehow they have like a bot that shouts me out anytime I go live when they're live, which is nice. I don't know why, but I appreciate that. Manitoba birds, if you happen to be watching, thank you. I'm not sure how I got on your radar, but I appreciate it. Let's see. Quackshot, hello! Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what those are, Zola Gaming, but they sound intense. Gonna be nice to have the closure. Still not a fun. Yeah, sorry, Bickman. Go to figure drawing and they will understand the truth. It's true. It's true, Yanni. Yeah, it's true. Automod got you though. But Yanni was saying once you go to a figure drawing class, basically you're gonna understand the truth. You can't be distracted by stuff, essentially. Anything other than just trying to get the foreshortening right, like, and then you'll figure it out. It's not, you only feel anxiety. You don't feel anything else. Oh, no worries, Paleontologist VA. I appreciate the offer, but I probably wouldn't have time anyway. I don't really know what I would do at a museum, other than just look at bones. Maybe one day. Maybe sometime in the future when I'm not working 2 jobs. It's all I can do to do 2 streams a day from my studio sometimes. Yes, exactly. Wow, I'm behind on chat. Let's see. I'm glad you like it, Shura. See you later, Isol. Thanks for lurking. Wow, how did I get so far behind on chat? What the heck? You guys are chatty this morning. Take all the cheese. I love the cheese. Oh my gosh. If I could afford more cheese, I would buy so much cheese. Hey Vale, how's it going? Just logged to spend your 20k. Hey, you know what? Thanks for the lurk, Vale. And thanks for donating some bits of cheese. Okay, I am now caught up sort of on chat. At least I got to the bottom where it can like update. They're a bird watcher. Yeah, I hung out on their stream, Paleontologist. Yeah, I'm just not sure how I got on their radar, but I appreciate it. Like, I'm not mad about it. It's very nice of them to shout me out. Exactly. I did go to a museum like 2 weeks ago, and that was fun. I just don't often have a lot of time to go. Yeah, it is hard. And see again, Siren Night Sparrow. This is one of those things where it's more helpful to go to a live figure drawing session, because then you can actually learn how parts of the body work, so that you can put them in clothing and make them look appropriate and correct. Like it's I can't stress it enough. Okay, let's do a sitting pose. I'm gonna just try making these smaller so that I'm less tempted to get super detailed with them. Let's see if this works or not. Delete the negative space. I don't know if Florence and the Machine still makes music. Does anyone know? I don't feel like I've heard anything from her in a long time. Actually, let's do this one. There's gotta be a better spot. Here? That'll work. Keep it small so that I can just focus on the shapes. So again, I'm drawing like the rib cage, thinking about the anatomy that's going on underneath. Oops, I am moving it because I drew it close to the edge. Try that again.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Florence the Machine released something last year. Oh, okay, nice. I didn't know that. I have not kept up, clearly. Foreshortening on this is a little bit hard, but I feel like I messed that up in a way I didn't need to. Like I keep trying to say, if you see me make a bad drawing, please be gracious. I'm trying to get my bad drawings out. The whole goal here. I'm a little, not as nervous as I was, but I am still a little nervous about drawing poorly here on Twitch. Alright, whatever. We're gonna move on. Let's find another one. Yeah, I do hang out on Science Streams' streams. He's good people. Always really good information, always a good time there. Let's do, I haven't done like a sitting pose in a while. Let me see if I can find a sitting pose. Oh, there's a, oh, science streams. I will check it out. I guess this is kind of a sitting pose. Alright, you guys, we're gonna do a totally different body type here, because we've done so far very, like, youthful youthful people, but there's different body types out there, and it's still important to be able to know how to draw them, so without further ado, let's draw these lovely ladies here. Let's see, I don't know where they fit. In here, I suppose. Ah, maybe over here. I don't know. This is not puzzle piecing together well. Science is good. Yes, science is good. I do like him a lot. Blint is good people. If you are looking to learn more about science, guys, definitely check out science. Does all kinds of like microscope streams and talks about like biology and genetics, and he has a PhD, he and his wife, and they just kind of do Q&A. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out, Paleontologist VA. I don't typically shout out people that I have not watched personally. I like to make sure I know who I'm talking about and what I'm promoting. But thank you for the recommendation. I will definitely check them out. Pose like this where it feels like they're very stationary, I think you can still find a really good line of action. Very important. Make sure you kind of get the gesture in and then start filling in details. I'm trying to get better about that, but I just don't know. Alrighty. Let's find another. Another. Here's an interesting one. Oop, got a stretch break. It has been about the 30-minute mark since we started, so if you have finished, feel free to share what you've got, and you've done it. You've done your 30 minutes of sketching today. I'm gonna keep going. I think I have more fun drawing people when I just have to do a quick gesture. I'm gonna do a few more and see if I can work out the kinks a little bit. You spent 30 minutes trying to find a good reference. Oh no, Mochi! Oh no. Don't be too picky. You can always find another reference. There's lots of them out there. Endless possibilities in the age of Instagram and Pinterest. Just pick one, and if you don't like it, there's been a few here that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have used that reference, but you know what? We drew it and we moved on. I don't know if this is how you feel, but for me, when I do stuff like that, when I kind of get lost looking for reference, I like to call that productive procrastination. For me anyway, I don't know about for you, but for me it tends to be like a task that feels like I'm on task, but I'm avoiding the task. So I I'm not actually doing the thing I'm supposed to be doing because I'm too busy doing something that's sort of adjacent to being on task. But that's just me. I'm not trying to say that's what you're doing, only you know that, but I do think it's sometimes I have to watch that with Pinterest in general. I tend to get super caught up with finding references. I did that for like 30 minutes this morning, actually. I was like, oh shoot, I've been pinning pictures. I'm not even going to draw today for like half an hour. So I totally know what you mean. Let's see. Start doing some value studies. I've done enough gestures. I need to start thinking about value too. Maybe I'll do a quick find one with really good lighting, maybe, and do like a quick value study over the top of my gesture. For anyone who's unfamiliar, value is like lightness or darkness of something, so it's like a study of light, basically. You're studying shadow and light. Maybe I'll do that. Nice, amazing. Looking forward to seeing them. And again, if anyone's drawing along and you aren't already in the Discord, but you'd like to share your work on stream, as long as it's work safe, I do request especially just please be extra careful on figure drawing days to make sure that you're only posting studies that are work safe. Sometimes it's easy to forget. But I will show those on stream at the end. Gotta find one I haven't done before here. With good lighting. I don't think I've done this one. This one would be a good one to do. It's a very crisp photo. Yes, there are some. But that's good though, Siren. That means that you're focusing on the art and nothing else. That's good. It's a good headspace to be in. Oh, come on. Come on. Ugh, why are you like this sometimes, Krita? You're very frustrating. Gesture is gesture. Yeah, I mean, if you're just doing like, if you're not drawing details, like just your basic, like if I was just doing like a true gesture of this and it was just like, you know, say it was an unclothed figure, like, and it was just, you know, this is not a problem. You know, like just like a basic like a basic line of motion of something is not an issue. It's more like when people show the reference with the drawing that can be problematic. Or if you draw a lot of details and maybe it's not safe for work. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, some are kind of suggestive, I suppose. I don't really have too many of, I don't know. Maybe when I'm just in this headspace, I'm not thinking about suggestiveness. I guess it depends on where you're getting your references from. Dancers are such a good reference though, because they're usually very, very lean, like very little body fat, so you can actually do a pretty good muscle study on most dancers as well, which is pretty cool. Might sound like an insane observation. Sometimes I fall in love with the gesture of a mark that I made on a page, even if it doesn't accurately represent the reference. Oh no, totally. I'm trying to unlearn this habit and be less precious with it so I can be more precise. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I definitely, I feel like I used to do that more, maybe. Now I know that if I made it once, I can make it again. But I remember when, like, I don't know. There are some times when I make a mark and I'm like, shoot, I don't want to change that part, or I, like, copy it. I'm like, okay, I really like the way that looks. It's just not in the right place, you know? But you know, if you make it once, you can make it again. That's kind of mostly, I think, where my brain is at these days. Unless you don't know how you made it, I guess. Unless it was like a total fluke, I guess, then maybe I can see it still. Shouldered my mic there. Trying to draw with my whole arm and I'm like knocking things around. Oh, looks like we have an ad, folks. True, sometimes you can leave the mark as well. Although nobody who's involved in that conversation can necessarily hear me. Oh, you got no ads. Wait, see, listen, Twitch is confusing as heck. Who even knows what's happening? Oh, you do have a sub, yeah. That's why. Well, I guess that does explain that then. I guess Twitch isn't completely confusing. And thank you for that sub, Siren Night Sparrow. I super appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes and lack of ads. You get to hear the secret behind the ads conversation. Whoa. Nothing really super interesting happening, unfortunately. But I'll try and make it a while. I always draw it too big and then don't give myself enough room. Add fireflies. It's a good little jingle, ain't it? I'm gonna do a value study on this guy really fast once I finish blocking in the actual bits. Missing legs at the moment. It's kind of an important bit, you know. Let's do some value study. This isn't like perfectly anatomically accurate. Like I made his calves too big for some reason. Maybe I can just like make those smaller really fast. Study time. So when doing values, a lot of times I like blocking in the heavy shadows first, and then I do like kind of the reductive method. So I'll kind of pull out the lights, I guess. I find it to be the faster way to do it, but that could just also be me having a strange personal preference. I know, right? All the way back to 2009. I'm surprised you remember when that came out. I just remember the people I was hanging out with. Because some of this music is like on my workout playlist, so I do kind of feel like I'm at the gym right now, which is good. We're at the art gym. We should feel this way. I do shadows first. Yeah, no, I like to block in the darks personally because I feel like it helps me to start to visualize the actual form more. For me, like again, everyone's different. This by no means does this mean it's the correct way to do it. I don't even know if there is a correct way. It's just kind of the way I prefer it. You know, everyone's different. Do whatever is most comfortable and helps you visualize and learn. The whole point is learning, right? So if you're learning, keep on keeping on, you know? Yeah, I like the way I can like carve out light spots in the shadows. It's very, I don't know, meditative or rewarding. I'm not really sure what the word would be, but it's fun. I like it. This is the only shade I'll allow you to throw at your work. Thanks, Pikmin. I'll try not to be too shady. Shady is what I said, by the way. My mumbling will come to get me one day. But see, yeah, so I do eventually get to the light part. It just, I don't know, it's just the way I like to do it. Everyone is different. Alright, so there we go. I've got my lights, my dark, all that good stuff. You forget about shadows. Oh, shadows are what gives something depth. Light is very like, it's like the first thing we tend to see, right? Because it's the highest, it tends to create the highest contrast. And so it's very like dramatic looking, but you make it so much more dramatic when you add the shadow. Don't miss out on the drama. What the heck? Why is this doing this? Ah, there we go. Sorry. Had a little bit of a technology frustration. Yeah, so they're both important. Like, you don't want to neglect either. If you only do light or you only do shadow, you're missing out on half of the drama. Okay. Okay, let's do maybe one more. 11:14. I actually may cut this one a bit short today. Got a lot of stuff I gotta do between this stream and my afternoon stream. So let's do a pretty complex pose. So we just did a male, so we'll do a female. I'm gonna do something with some foreshortening or something. Oh, here's some good ones. Wait, is this an actual human? No, that is not an actual human. Oh, frustrating. Alright, here's one with a bit of foreshortening. Ugh, it's so blurry. Dang it. Hold on. Thought I had a good one. This one I'll have to do. I made my dude too stretched out in the middle. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Bug at me.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Yeah, multiple light sources are definitely something that you can do to make an image more interesting, certainly. Oh, thank you. I do need to hydrate, Raga. Appreciate ya. Taking such good care of me. Posture check. Now that you mention it, I can't remember if I did my stretch at the beginning of stream or not. I don't think I did. Sorry, dropped my phone checking the time. Why can't I just find a good... I keep finding these like weird robot people references. Is anyone else running into that issue? It's really frustrating. Yeah, we'll just do this one. Except I don't have room for it. Just trying to find a good, like... Maybe this one's not too bad. There's a little bit of foreshortening in this one, so I feel like it's complex enough that it'll look funny if I do it incorrectly. Excuse me, couldn't get to the mute button in time. Actually, I want to do this one. I feel like the foreshortening on the hand is like pretty intense, but I don't think I did this one before. I might have though. Just move this back. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, Yanni. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this one. I'll do another value study with this one, and then I'm probably actually gonna call it quits for the day. We're gonna stop a little earlier. I know I normally stop around noon Mountain Time, but I really initially intended for these streams to be about an hour and a half in the morning, so I'm gonna try and like slowly work my way back down into that, just because I need more time in between streams to kind of get stuff done. Especially since I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so I gotta make sure that I give myself enough time to do all the things. But yeah, so if you are drawing along and you had some warm-up studies that you wanted to share, just, you know, drop them in the Discord. Or post a link to the image in chat. Use like tiny URL or something like that if you'd like to. Welcome back. And don't rush yourself either. Like, if you didn't have enough time to get your drawing done, you know, just keep working on it and do a few others maybe. And then whenever you're ready, if you have some that you want to post, I'll share them at next week's warm-up stream, which will be, I think the next one will be on actually a week from today. So I'll be streaming again this afternoon, but then I'm not going to be having warm-up streams or any streams on Monday or Tuesday probably, because I will be traveling. Unless I just get back in time and feel like doing something Tuesday evening, but probably not. Most likely I will be tired. I'll say this, people are not my forte. Hey, I feel you. Don't worry, we're all here to just make bad drawings together, remember? Remember? Get the bad drawings out, but that's the theme of the day. It's the theme of every day. So if you're you know, if you're making some bad drawings or drawings, you know, when we say bad, drawings that aren't up to your expectations, that means you're doing the right thing. Getting it out of the way so that you can eventually make a better drawing. One that you approve of more, you know? Oh, I think I forgot to do that stretch redeem. song is so old. I don't think I can do Carmen San Diego right now. Hold on. Not quite the vibe. Oh my gosh, Science! Hello, hello, how are you? Yeah, we were chatting about you earlier. Hope your day's going well. Thanks for popping in. We're just doing some figure drawing studies today. Trying to get better at making people, so. The idea is to figure out anatomy enough so that I can actually learn how to do the thing. Oh my gosh, it's not a partner push. You have so much faith in me, friends. I appreciate you. Listen, I'm just happy anyone wants to hang out with me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's see. And thank you for giving me another shout out. I can't believe you would betray Rockapella like this. I know, Rockapella just didn't quite feel... Like, I didn't know if I wanted to be singing Carmen San Diego while I'm drawing people. I don't know, it just feels... It didn't feel like the theme. I could have been wrong. Maybe I was wrong, and if I was wrong, forgive me. It is... Yes, it's that time of the month. I'm glad you got that. It's that, you know, I dread it about as much. I'm not gonna lie. We do these figure drawing streams once a month, and I hold a fairly equal amount of dread. It's getting better. Getting better. The kind folks around here that show up to draw with me keep me accountable to doing it and make me feel better about doing it. But this is there's a reason we call it the art gym, you know? Like, you gotta work out those art muscles, and sometimes you don't want to go to the art gym, like on figure drawing day. Don't want to do it. It's hard. But here we are. We're all struggling together. But I hope your day's going well, Science. If you feel you must, Amaze, but I am not. I am not. But I did make a Twitter post saying it's that time of the month, referencing figure drawing. Are you on Twitter? I can't remember. I really honestly don't spend a lot of time there. It's not my favorite place on the internet. I'll put it that way. You know, I do use it for stream announcements primarily. Hey, I've met. Glad you could pop in for that. Amaze, one day you'll realize that, you know, people are people and it's okay. But I respect that you have trouble tolerating it right now. Ah, sand. This is why. This is why. I'm trying to, like, envision the bones of the finger here. Make it a little bit easier. No, I know you do, Amaze. I'm teasing you. Whoa, holy cow. That kid just screamed at us, you guys. Whew. Wow, that song just came right in. My goodness. Did that scare anyone else, or was that just me? I was gonna say, Amaze, if you haven't acclimated by now, you're not paying attention. racing child. This child singing about love. Children are terrifying. I mean, they can be. I spent a lot of time teaching kids, so I don't know that I'm like afraid of them. They can be a lot. I'm sure I was a lot. I do like this kid's list as he sings about something he doesn't understand. Ah. We're just gonna hope here. It's true, Amaze. Kids are only as scary as adults allow them to be. But I mean, sometimes even if a kid is just being like fine, they can still be intimidating to be around, you know, because especially if you've never been in a situation where you've been in charge of a kid before, it might seem really scary because it's like, shoot, I have to keep this kid alive. Like I'm the one responsible if anything happens to this tiny human, you know? It can be a scary thing. Even if you have a well-behaved kid, you know? Yeah, we were all children once. I don't know, but I really appreciated my childhood. Looking back, I'm glad that I did. I'm trying to appreciate what I have now the same way that I appreciated my childhood. Because I know one day I'm gonna look back and be like 80 and wish that I could be in this place in life again. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. But when I was a kid, I definitely was keenly aware that adulthood was no fun. My parents did not hide that from us. Like, oh yeah, taxes and all kinds of responsibilities. And you have to have a job and you have to pay for like insurance. And I was like, holy cow, I don't want to grow up. Like, I don't want any of that. And so I really actually feel like I just remember like sitting around sometimes in the summer and being like, I'm so glad I'm a kid. And just like, I get to read and go climb a tree and like do whatever I want, play a game, just play with my toy. Like, I just remember being very appreciative of being a kid. And I think it like made my childhood feel like it lasted longer maybe. And so I want that for my current life. Small random like life tirade here, but I feel like it's achievable. I just have to be more intentional like I was when I was a kid, which is so funny as a sentence now that I think of it. What happened to me? How was I a more intentional child? That's usually not the way that works. I just had more time to be intentional, I think. So I know their evils firsthand. Sometimes. I mean, kids can be terrors for sure. Panda lamp. Oh my gosh, you guys, hold on. We have to do the thing. Hold on. Total diversion here. This is forever what I will think of now when this song comes on. Yep, we're squirreling. If you haven't seen this, guys. Hand of lead. I can't wait for that part. Yeah, I'm very distracted. There's a reason that squirrel thing exists. I don't think it's a ramble. Don't waste your bits of cheese, Siren. To be fair, that is a funny chicken gif, though. I never mind it. I just needed everyone to see the panda lamp, okay? The panda lamp needs to be seen. It requires seenness. Panda lamp. Chicken attack. I know, I'm so sorry, Casey, yes sir, and also hello. Outernet says that kids are fearless. They sure can be. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Why are some of these songs so loud? I know that image definitely changed that song forever for me. Alright, I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes and then we are going to look at what you guys made today. So last call, if you'd like to be a part of today's showcase, go ahead and get that stuff in the Discord or in chat. I'll be showing those off on stream here in about 5 minutes. Just so we, you know, see what everybody did at the art gym today. And again, it doesn't have to be, if you chose to do a reference that was not people, that is okay. It never has to be the same thing that I'm doing, you know? It can be other things. Ouch. Ran my finger into the Cintiq. No worries, though. Very funny leg pose right there. Alrighty. Wait, what? What are you singing, Siren? Might look harmless, but it'll kick. Oh my gosh. Are you trying to get the chicken to attack me, Siren? Oh yeah, I totally changed it. Oh, thanks, Amaze. I appreciate that. The song is called Chicken Attack? What? Oh, the song you're singing. I was like, I don't have a song called Chicken Attack, but it sounds like I need it. Hey Kudo, how's it going? Oh, horribly sick still. I'm so sorry. I hope you start feeling better soon. I'm not worrying about her face, actually. We're just gonna leave that not horrifying, shall we? Let's do that. Faces will be a problem I will tackle another day. Another day. What about bacon and egg? Oh, this sounds great. You're making me hungry also. Alrighty. I am gonna go ahead and head on into the Discord and see what you guys drew. So here's our little overview today. I only did one value study. I thought I was gonna do more. Yeah. Fun little variety of poses here. And let's see what the folks in the chat did. Once again, if you drew the short straw, oh my gosh. Well, I appreciate you being here anyway, Mayor of Canada. If you wanted to drop your work into the Discord, feel free to do so. Let's see, we have one snake from yesterday, so fair warning if anyone has a snake phobia. You will be seeing a snake on stream in just a second. It's a cute one though. It kind of looks like a dragon. Super neat. I forget the name of this type of snake, but as always, if you make something that you'd like to share in the stream, between streams, just drop it in the warm-up section. So if you join the Discord, this is what you will see. Let me make sure you guys can actually see it. And basically, what you want to do is go over to stream events. I'll just make all the rest of this small. Stream event section. So this is a stream event. and you go into the warm-up art section. So that's where you're going to want to post your warm-up studies. So if you have any studies that you did of any kind, it could be something, like I said, other than a figure study, drop it in here and we will look at it at the end of chat. Oh, you know what? We also have some from Beats yesterday. We have some birds. That's right. So what happens is I will scroll up and find my studies from the day before. These are mine from yesterday. And anything below that is what I will share here at the end of stream. So let's go ahead and get started. We got a bunch from Beats here. A bunch of bird studies. Very cool. Oh, for some reason it's not opening. Hold on. My internet just died? Did Discord just die? What's going on? Hold on. Let's refresh Discord here. Oop. Got lots of studies. Okay. There we are. I don't know what that was about. These are from Beats. Beats, these are looking great. I'm not sure if you're still in chat here, but I really like seeing these drawings from you. I feel like I'm starting to see a little bit of the Beats style coming out. Just kind of in like the way that you choose to draw certain shapes. It's starting to emerge, you know? This is something that kind of happens over time as you keep drawing, so it's cool to see that in your work, even if you can't see it. Sometimes I can't see my own style, but you've definitely got one. I love the hatching style here. Like the shading here is fantastic, and of course your proportions are super on point. Yeah, you do a great job utilizing that reference for sure. This one's really nice too. Good, nice gesture with this foot. This is really hard to do, to like capture form. I love how you use these lines to kind of emphasize the shape of the leg. Especially because like, unless you, it's hard because there's so much is hidden by feathers in birds, and you kind of have to understand like what like the actual form in order to be able to do something like this. So very very cool the way that you chose to do that, and you did it right here too with the neck to kind of imply that form with the shape of the neck going into the head. So I like the way you're using line here. Really cool. Really really well done. Oh, we're having some issues with Discord today. There we go. This is an intense pose. Well done tackling a toughie. Very, very nice. Yeah, these wing shapes look fantastic. I really like the way you handled the feathers right here. That shadow is really strong, and you did a good job kind of capturing it. Yeah, the values are especially excellent. Yeah, good movement. Everything it looks great. Looks great. It is cool to see the reference next to it, but even without the reference, I think these all stand alone really well. Hatching or stippling? Do you mean like what Beats is doing? I believe it's hatching. This looks like hatching to me. Let's zoom in. What do you guys think? Hatching or stippling? I would call this hatching. Stippling tends to be when you, oh, which do I like better? Oh, probably hatching. I feel like stippling takes a long time and I get tired and lazy. I'm like, I want this to be over faster. So personally, I don't stipple very often. Stippling is when you have like you make a bunch of dots to do shadow or to do details. Pseudo pointillism maybe. But yeah, I tend to be more of a hatching person. You call it scribbling and hope for the best. Yeah, cross hatching for sure. Bush vipers, that's what they're called. Thank you, Mochi. Yeah, so here's a bush viper. They're super cool. This is your snake warning, folks. Great hatching, and then after the bird comes out, oh my gosh, Chris. Gotta get some cheese for that, for sure. This one comes out of Moonsky Runner, formerly known as Nixon, I think. Yeah, this looks fantastic, Moon. I really, really like it. The scales are really nicely done. This is a lot of detail in critters like this, and I tend to get overwhelmed when there's this much going on. But I like how you included even these little like spikes coming out of the center of the scale right here. You guys see those? They're really, really cool. This is such a cool creature design fodder sort of an animal. That blunted nose, these turned up scales along the head to kind of imply kind of like some horns almost. Very armored creature. Very cool looking, for sure. And you did a great job with it. Excellent work. Excellent work. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad that, yeah, Snake Friend, exactly. I'm so glad that you drew one. Wonderful work. Alright, we got our first figure study here from Amazing Fan 15, our very own wonderful mod. This is, I mean, who's surprised? Nobody, but this is fantastic, of course. Great structure. The proportions look excellent. The muscles look like they're in the right place. Everything's great. again, you can always tell when somebody has a lot of proficiency drawing people. Amaze has spent a lot of time drawing humans, and it shows. That's, again, back to our mantra here. It's the whole reason that we have the get the bad drawings out mantra, because you have to get through 1,000 bad drawings, so they say, or, you know, a whole bunch of hours of drawing before you can finally get to a place where you are proficient like Amaze is. Great job. Wonderful work. Excellent structure. I love it. Fantastic. So much easier to get the value range right with stippling. Well, you know, I think that's a matter of preference, frankly, and if you find that it's easier for you to do it that way, go for it. I actually think it's easier and faster with patching. But, you know, to each their own. You know, we all create differently. She was doing all the squats. Yeah, for sure. This is not a lady who sits on the couch. 100%, yeah. But a great muscle study, too. And I always think it's fun to point out how muscles work a little bit differently in women than they do in men. You're going to have a lot more, even with a thin lady like this, the fat deposits just hang out in certain places that you can't really... that even in a thin woman that are still like here by the arms and kind of the upper thigh, the hips, like there's just different sorts of things that you notice with women. And so it's always important to study, I think, men and women for that reason, so that you can know how to draw them correctly. This is a great pose. I thought about doing this one, but I was like, I don't know if I can handle it. She's yeah, this looks great, Amaze. Holy cow, do you think he can do push-ups that way? This looks painful. Like, my lower back hurts just looking at that. Really, really cool dynamic pose. You nailed it right here. Honestly. Yeah, looks really, really good. All the wrinkles in the clothing are really interesting, too. I would have just, like, kind of brushed over them, probably, but I like that you tackled them. Nice. Great job with the... Like, this just feels very there. Like, this hand is appropriately smaller than this hand. It almost feels like he's really, I don't know, pushing into the ground. Like, it gives him some depth, right? Making his arm slightly smaller like it is in the photo. Very nice. You had to try it? Did you actually try the pose, like yourself? Oh, hey, Shane. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We're just wrapping up our warm-up stream today, looking at viewer submissions. We're finishing up our workout at the art gym, as we like to call it. Yeah, these are all the folks who decided to work out with me today. And I appreciate all the folks watching, too, keeping me accountable, making sure I actually do this stuff, you know. Another one from Amaze. Ooh, really nice perspective. Not IRL, you'd embarrass yourself. Hey, the only one who would know would be you. This is a tough perspective. Well done with it. This looks nice. Yeah. Really, really well done. Yeah. I'm just kind of taking it in, honestly. It looks really good. The structure lines are excellent. I can see how you kind of helped, you kind of blocked in the pose first, which is good. I need to be better about that, obviously. But you did a great job with this perspective. This is a tough one, and you nailed it, honestly. Really, really nice. Yeah. For sure. Eyes. Look at it. Behold it, everyone. 'Tis fantastic. Oh, we got a spider warning coming from Beats. Thanks, Beats. Hey, Mochi, this looks good. Mochi, were you the one saying that you weren't good at this? You did a good job with the structure here. I like that you tried to tackle the values. I could tell you were really looking at the image, kind of trying to see where they actually were. I think it looks really good, paying attention to those little muscle details. Yeah. You know, like, Mochi, even if you're not happy with it, just remember, this is like the first of many drawings to get you to the proficiency that you want. And I'm, kudos to you for doing it. Fantastic. This is a cool reference too. I think you're doing great. And thank you so much for sharing with us. I think that's kind of one of the hardest parts about stuff like this sometimes. It's definitely half of why I struggle to get on here and do these figures. It's part of why I dread the figure study streams, is not even necessarily the studies themselves, although I'm kind of like about them. It's more the like this is me right here in this upper corner, just like dreading being bad at stuff and having to like have people watch, so I feel that, and it's hard to put your stuff out there, so kudos, especially if you're not happy with it. Just remember, Mochi, there's people who wish they could do this. Like, that's what I always have to tell myself when I make a drawing that I'm not pleased with. I'm like, okay, It may not be to the proficiency that I want, but it's something that I wouldn't have been able to do like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I have to like take that. Like I have to like build on that, you know? So anyway, I don't know if that's helpful. Casey, don't look at me when I art tonight. Honestly though, sometimes Shane. It is a little intimidating, I won't lie. I won't lie to you. You should have seen me my first warm-up stream that we did, figure drawing. Holy cow, I was so nervous. I was fidgety and like gave up immediately anytime. I like to think I've gotten better. Oh, this looks great, Beats. I'm gonna peek at this one just a little bit. This looks great. This is a tough pose, honestly, to just kind of like jump into. This is funny. I just noticed this. He turned it into a spider. Too funny. Oh, you did a good job though. This is a great figure study, very proportional. Again, Beats, I feel like we're getting a little bit of your own particular take, your own particular style in these drawings. It's really cool to see you branching out. But yeah, thank you for sharing this, and it's very funny that you turned the mouse into a spider. I love it. Fantastic. Alright, let's see. Oh wait, spider warning. I forgot to say, if you're afraid of spiders, I mentioned it earlier, but if you are afraid of spiders, maybe look away for a second. Oh, I like that you did timed drawings with these. This is good. A 7-minute drawing here. Very nice. Very nice. Very cute little spider right here. Good observation. I can tell you're thinking about proportion and stuff here too. And kind of like some of that foreshortening stuff and like how the body would stack to make this sort of a shape. And yet she streams on Twitch. I know, trust me. There's a reason, Siren Night Sparrow, that I stopped streaming on Twitch for about 5 years. So yeah, let's just leave that there. There's many reasons, but that was not a small part of it. Plenty of insecurity to go around on this end of the camera, just so you know. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and you guys are holding me accountable, so thank you. Yeah, having a schedule helps, because then I feel like I have to show up for work, you know? This looks great. Beats. Really, really cool. Wow, this is a cool spider, too. I wonder what this is. Yeah. I love these little eyes. This is a really interesting critter, and I don't know, this one feels like super formed to me. Maybe it's because it's a slightly longer study. It's a 10-minute study this time, but this looks fantastic. Nice job paying attention to the shadows, too. Oh, this one's good. There's like almost like a little bit of movement and gesture here. I like it a lot. Got a little bit of value, too, which is cool. Really, really nice line work. I feel like your lines are getting more confident each image that I see. What an interesting looking critter. It's almost like it's got giant buck teeth. A bad drawing. No, 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 no. Hey, Beats, I think you're doing great. Hopefully you feel like you're learning stuff from these, but I think you're doing a fantastic job. Oh, sorry, Kudo. I did try to give a spider warning. But Beats, these look fantastic. Thank you for sharing. I like that you did the little details with the hairs and stuff, too. Really nicely structured, all of these. Well done. I think you did a great job, and I appreciate you sharing them with us. And for anybody who didn't quite finish their drawing in time to join us for this session, just be aware. I'll show anything that you do in between streams on screen next time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy a few of mine and paste them in here. And pretty much anything that's below my post is what I will show at the end of next stream. So if you make any warm-ups in between now and basically next Wednesday, so you have a whole week. If you have anything you want to study, drop it in there. Let's go out on these ones that I did some value on. I feel like, at least I feel like I tried a little harder on these. There we go, they all kind of fit. Yeah, anyway, but I'll show those at the end of stream next time. So if you don't despair if you're in the middle of a study right now, I'd love to show it off. We're gonna look for someone to raid here in a second, but let me read what Shane has to say here. Very great artist named Brian Stelfreeze wants a portfolio for your wife. And he said pretty much the same advice you were giving. He told her she needed to get a ream of copy paper, spend 1 minute doing a sketch on each side that would fill the whole page, and then throw all of the pages in the recycling. Yeah, I mean, that's great advice, honestly. I didn't know your wife was an artist. Did I know that? If I did, I forgot and I apologize, but that's interesting. Does she still draw? I'm speaking of portfolio reviews, I'm getting ready. Part of the reason I'm kind of ending stream right at noon today, actually it went a little longer than I thought I was going to, but is that I need to get on that myself. So I'm gonna go find someone to raid, and I'm gonna start hopefully summoning to agents this week before I leave. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, she's legit. Oh, really? Man, I'd love to see her work sometime. So thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I'm not going to be streaming until Wednesday of next week because I will be traveling. And oop, that's not what I was trying to do. There we go. Pro streamer. If you want to join the Discord, you can find my schedule there where I talk a little more detail about what I've got going on and my schedule, what's coming up on topics for warm-up stream, all that good stuff. So feel free to join the Discord. Thanks, Amaze, for popping that into chat. We got Discord, socials, my schedule, all that stuff. Thank you, Amaze. You're awesome. And let's see who is on the Twitch. Who is making some art? Preferably some work-safe, family-friendly art. That's always the tough part here. Ooh. Let's see. Hold on. We haven't raided. Yeah, it's been a while since we've raided Carson Druitt. We might be going that way. He's only been on for how long? About 3 hours, but he usually goes pretty long. So we'll go up. We might go ahead and raid in there. Let me just scroll down really fast and see who else is streaming. Quite a few folks, actually. Yeah, let's raid into Carson. Let's go say hi to Carson Druitt, guys. He is a fantastic artist. I think you guys will really enjoy him. Don't forget, if you wanted to do any bits of cheese before you leave, it's your last chance this stream to get some bits of cheese in here. There was someone we rated and the music they were playing was not okay. Oh no! You know, I always try to say, I try to control what's on the screen, but I do try to warn people if you are at work or if you're watching with kids, maybe turn the volume down, maybe ignore chat, because I can't really, I have no way to tell, you know, that kind of stuff. But I do try to make sure that what's on stream at least is family friendly. Carson is very family friendly. And I think you guys will like what he's doing. He's been working on some games. So that's what we're going to go check out, is his progress on that. And I'll see you guys this afternoon, hopefully. If you want to come back and hang out with me, I'll be back in like 4 hours. But until then, you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday. And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh, good job sneaking that in there, Casey. Yes, sir. We'll see you later, guys.